Hey guys, we just parked the truck, headed up bear hunting. I just walked down to the creek and filled up my water before we started our hike. Looked up on the hill and I got a bear already, like 1,000 yards away. I gotta go tell Sam. Hey, I got a bear already. I got a bear already, straight black. I was down filling up my water and looked up. So you got this main canyon that runs up. If you look up in the rocks, there's a brown blob or a black blob. I watched it move. 99% sure it's a bear.
You haven't glassed it yet?
All right, guys, we got a bear already. Big chocolate. He's too far from here, but dude, let's go kill that sucker. We got time. Heck yeah. I'll get my phone scope on him, get some footage. Yeah. Well, let's drop the pin where he's at. Let's go kill him. Freak yes.
Dude, this size.
All right, the game plan is he's like 730 yards from us right now, but pretty steep. And the game plan is we're gonna try to cut across, try to get closer. It's just very steep. Like that's the hill he's on. So very steep, nasty, cliffy, and the wind can't decide what it's doing. Sometimes it blows up, sometimes it blows down. Right now it's blowing up. It was just blowing down. So, game plan, not really sure, but we need to cut a couple 100 yards off and then it's game time. So, I think we're gonna go for it. He looks like a good bear. Neither one of us has ever killed a bear, so any bear's a good bear, but here we go. We're 350 yards out. Pretty close. Austin thinks he's found it. So he's moving in to take the shot. Steep stuff. Got in at 330 yards. Had him sitting on his butt under a tree. I don't know if the wind shifted or what, but he all of a sudden blew out right as we were getting ready. So close. Had the scope dialed and everything. Well guys, just blew stock number 1 within the first 2 hours of being here. So not bad. Spirits are high even though we blew it. Having a snack. But literally parked the truck. I went down to get some water. Was filling up my thing in the creek. Looked up and I saw a black dot in the middle. Oh, look at all the elk across. There's like 50 elk across.
Whoa, guys. Moving in.
Looked across the ridge and saw a black dot right in the middle of this huge rock pile. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And then I saw it move. I was like, game on. And got within 300 and I think my final range on him was 329 yards. Laying down for a shot and he busted. I don't know if he winded us or I think he might have saw me throw my pack up to put my gun on. and then he busted out. But not bad. I think feel pretty good. I did not expect to see a bear today. I expected to set up camp and prep for tomorrow today, so it's really good. But these elk are going crazy, just running around chasing each other. Well, we are back by the river. Can fill up our water again. Broke screen protector on my Garmin, screen protector on my phone, and broke a trekking pole. So that was an expensive jaunt after a bear that outsmarted us. But that's what we just came down. Freaking steep. Got so close. 329 yards, probably 15 seconds from pulling the trigger, and he busted out. So close, but not bad for day one. We'll keep going up. Maybe we can find another.
What you doing?
My stick. There's bear number 2. He's right over here. Same color phase. I don't think it's the same bear though. All right, guys, we got bear number 2 found. He's at the top of the ridge, and we don't have time to get to him tonight. Looks like very similar color phase. I don't think it's the same bear, so we're gonna call it bear number 2. And we got the Slayer calls rabbit call. We're gonna see if we can pull him down a little bit. I think he's right around 700 yards right now. I think if we can pull him down to like 400 or 500 yards, it's game on. So see what we can do. That's a big fat bear. It's hard to know if it's the same one or not. Like, definitely very similar colors. Doesn't even care about the rabbit distress thing. That's cool.
Just hanging out.
Just chilling like a villain. just out of reach. Too stinking bad, because it'd sure be nice to smoke his butt.
Rolling back and forth.
He's got to be right around 700. He's just going to sit there and munch on all that green grass.
He's munching.
I think he's right around 7, because I can get those rocks below him, and there's 6.
It's pretty dark. There's some brown ibis before.
Really? He's got that brown muzzle again.
Yeah, he's got the brown nose.
I don't know if it's... I don't think it's the same bear, but who knows, it might be. I was lucky, dude. Just sitting there talking, you threw up my binoculars, and I was like, there.
And he goes right behind the bush.
I don't think he's that old. Like, you look at his ears, so it's either a big female or he's younger. Because the ears, I feel like, are more on the side of his head than they are, or more on the top of his head than they are the side, but it's really hard to tell. He's big enough, like,
Oh yeah.
I think we try to locate him, because I think there's 2 bears between here and there. So I think we try to locate him in the morning and make a game plan.
I'm just curious how you're gonna get a shot on him.
I don't know. We were close.
If he come from the top, we wouldn't see him.
I don't think so. I think it'd be too thick.
Next one at top is gonna have to come down 100 yards.
Yeah.
For either of those.
Really, like, we don't need to get right on top of him. We just need him to come lower. Like, because if he fed down into this lower stuff at some point, you could kill him.
Would you walk down to the base here, or would you stay on this little road?
I'd probably stay right here. Less of an angle. Oh, that's great. 2 bears. Alright guys, we are back to the truck. And it's starting to snow and it's foggy, and we got the hot tent set up, so we should sleep alright tonight, but hopefully the weather's decent tomorrow, because it's looking cold. Good morning everybody. We're headed up probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Headed up right now. Got some snow last night. Just a skiff, probably ½ inch maybe. And headed up to hopefully try to find the bears that we saw yesterday. But those south slopes have already almost burned off this morning, so hoping that the bears are out already. Hopefully we can turn up at least one of them. All right, guys. We found one of the bears from yesterday, but he's in a spot that's like completely unkillable. He is right in between all those cliffs. So he's like 1,025 yards from here. We could kill him from here. Heck of a shot.
You're about to witness the American sniper in action.
We don't think we can kill him any other way, so we figure we might as well give it a shot. Worst case scenario, we miss, and we go look for another one. So I think we're gonna give it a shot. All right, here we go.
Oh, you're like 3 feet up and 3 feet left.
He's still sitting there.
Maybe more like 5 or 6 feet up, 5 feet, 6 feet left.
Isn't he still there?
Yeah, he's still standing right there. He's looking where you shot. He's like, what was that?
I can't find him. Oh, there he is. 3 feet up, 3 feet left.
You were maybe more like 5 or 6 feet up, 5 or 6 feet left. Oh, you were like within a foot of his face. He's moving right a tiny bit. He's still there. He's not spooked that much. You are a foot to the left and up. He's broadside facing the other direction now. Dude, you could hit this sucker. He's moving down to that tree that he was on before, but he's still not moving that much. It's on the log.
Yeah, I got him.
Two feet above his head.
You running now?
No, he's just confused. Slowly walking down and right.
He's going right though, that's getting closer.
You're so close. He's just to the left of that rock face on the right, moving down a little bit.
He's going right, which is good direction.
Yeah.
That was so close.
You had 3 shots. Here, you want to see?
Let's
See if
sure.
I didn't even see that one hit.
Still right there, isn't he?
Oh, he's not moving. Okay, he's going right a tad. Just a tiny bit up and to the right, but he's on that ridge line coming down.
Yeah, I see him.
He's going to the grass.
Oh, I didn't even record that entire time. I hate that. Well, we just missed 4 shots at that bear. I just missed 4 shots at that bear. Sam didn't miss any. He was 1,020 yards the first 3 shots, and then he moved into like 960 the last shot. I gotta rotate my scope back before I forget. And First shot was like way high left. Second shot was like stinking close. I didn't watch the video on the third shot yet, but you said that one was close too. You said it was like 2 feet high on that one.
Yeah.
So for 1,000 yards, not bad. And I don't know what the crosswind's doing in that canyon, which I think is why I was kicking way left. I can't explain the high though. So we'll continue up. We're gonna continue up that canyon and try to get closer to the snow line. Probably spend the rest of the afternoon up higher and see if we can't turn up another bear tonight. But this bear ran back towards the truck, and we're pretty familiar with this face now, so I think there's only a couple spots where he's gonna go. So I think that there's a good chance of either catching him again this afternoon or tomorrow, but I don't think the hunt's over for him. So we'll continue up the hill tonight and see what else we can find. But all right, we are trying a new spot this afternoon. It is, I guess, technically day 2. Our first full day, but technically day 2. Seen bears every day so far, and we're going in further. There's a spot. We're about 5.5, 6 miles in, and it's crazy though. It's been a burn. Super green little starts though. It looks berry. Hopefully we can turn something up tonight. That's a big bear. They'll usually born in the den, and then they'll stay with them one more hibernation round, and then they'll kick them the next year. So I guarantee she'll kick that cub probably a month when they start breeding. She'll kick it. The same exact genetics as that one down lower. Well, we are walking out, headed kind of back towards camp. Found this old makeshift cabin that must have burned down. Still the foundation like dug out in the dirt. But definitely something there, because then there's like cans and stuff everywhere. This is crazy country. It gives you a little love tap.
Watch out. quartered away. There you go. You see him?
That's it. Just get my freaking AirPods in.
It's kind of moving behind that tree.
You good?
Yep. Ooh, right behind his butt. Like a foot up and a foot left.
You running?
No, he stopped. He's looking back. He's moving up slowly.
Up and a foot left.
It was like a foot up and left. I'm losing vision of him though. Ooh, he's in a good spot. Oh, right above his head. He's coming down. He's moving though. He went left. He's going left and up. He's hauling. So close.
Just keep an eye on him. Right there though.
Oh, you were right on top of him. Same thing, right over his head. He's kind of hiding behind a tree. Gosh, I can't get the scope. Okay, he's coming out. He's right above the log.
Oh, yeah,
He's slowed down. Just kind of working his way up. He's headed for some trees.
I'm just gonna breathe for a minute. All right, guys. Better catch you up on what just happened because we just shot at another bear. And we came around the corner, walking back down the mountain, in this face where we saw that bear this morning. He was way to the top. Halfway up, there's a giant right here, just working his way up. And so we took off running to get closer. And by the time we came over and got set up, it was like 760 yards. And after coming as close as I did this morning, I felt okay with that shot. So, shot twice. Pretty much gave him a haircut on the second shot. But I think, oh, and then immediately after, I don't know if, did you get the second bear on video?
Yeah.
So immediately after he runs off, another bear comes around, and pretty confident it was a different bear. So that puts us at, if the sow and the cub, because we saw a sow and a cub twice, I didn't video it the second time. We think there's a chance it was the same sow and cub. If that's the case, we've seen 5 bears today. If they were different, we've seen 7. The plan tomorrow is to sit within range of this face pretty much all day. We saw 3 bears in those rocks today. So, and the one that I missed just barely seemed like a really big bear. So I think we'll be back tomorrow, try the same thing again. Morning, everybody. We're just starting our hike for, I guess technically day 3-ish. Going back in where we saw that one, where I missed the one last night. We're gonna kind of set up where we can see this whole face. Seems like the bears really like this rocky, cliffy stuff, so set up to where we can see that and probably spend a good part of the day in that area and just wait for a good shot opportunity. Hopefully today's the day. So, after missing those 2 bears yesterday, we're kind of wondering if they would have pushed up the canyon a little bit, so moved further up. We're way up here, but looks really good. Might hang out here tonight. What you think? Look at the cliffs. We need to be able to see those cliffs. I think it looks good. I don't know if I want to try to get back to that other spot tonight or just hang out up here. Finally found some bear tracks. We hiked up into a new canyon. Looked really good, but we were sitting there like over an hour in like prime time. Nothing. So we're gonna kind of cut back to where we can see the big cliffy face where we've been seeing most of the bears, and spend the afternoon where we can see that face at least. Hopefully turn one up on there again. Hopefully I didn't scare them all out. If so, then we'll try a new spot tomorrow. Just found the second elk antler of the trip. First one got touched. There's another one up on top. Not worth carrying out, but cool to find. You can carry it out if you want it. I'm not packing that old rusty out. There's gotta be some browns in here too, I think. Alright guys, we're sitting here at our bear mountain, and we just had a bear come down the rocks right in front of us. It was about 700 yards away, we moved closer. We're about 400 yards now. But he's down in the thick trees now, but we're hoping he comes back up like the one did yesterday. So we're just gonna chill and hang out right here and see what happens, but it's a new bear again. It's like a cinnamon colored bear, so hopefully it comes back out.
Well, everybody, I look like crap. I just woke up and had a tick growing behind my ear. Nothing like a nice tick to wake you up in the morning. I'll light that sucker on fire with a match.
There's an elk shed up on that mountain. It's like at the very top of all the cliffs, so we decided the only way we're getting it is if somebody shoots a bear up there. But there's proof that we found another elk shed.
Doesn't look old and crusty.
It does. But it looks like it's all together though. And its fourth is huge. Definitely a big 6-point. All right, guys. It's like 12 o'clock. We're cutting across. There's like one place on the mountain where the bears seem to be coming down every night. And we're hiking over there to try to figure out why they're coming down. See if they're coming down for like green grass. See if there might be a bait station over there. But it's pretty hot, middle of the day, so I don't think anything's gonna be over there right now. But just kind of want to figure out why they're coming down there, because they've been coming down about the same spot every day. And if we can figure out what they're coming down for, maybe we'll have a better chance of getting one tonight. If there's a bait station over here, the person that did it's crazy, because you got like 2 water sources to cross and steep, nasty stuff. So I guess we'll try to find out what they're coming down for. I'm wondering if they're coming down for stuff like this. Like, you just got this green, luscious grass that grows along the edge of these springs. So I'm wondering if they're coming down for that. We'll see. Well, we're like right where the bear came down yesterday. Didn't find any bait yet. Found a big moose skull. Trying to figure out what they're coming down here for. Alright guys, we are like exactly where the bear came down yesterday. There's like tons of torn up logs, but there's no bait, so we were wondering if somebody had a bait down here that they were coming down to. We're gonna walk another couple hundred yards down and try to see. But if there is no bait, then I think we just got lucky and found a good spot. We're about to find out. But there are 2 water sources down here. So I also wonder if they just come out and come down to get some water and eat that green grass around the water. Because up in those cliffs where they're living, there's like no grass. So I think that is a high probability that they're just coming down to eat the green grass down here in the bottom. But last night that bear was right up here. Last night that bear came down from there over this way. And like right down in here we figured. And the bear the night before came up right over here That's the bear that I missed, the big one. So, we've had different bears 2 days in a row coming down in this area. But there is like green grass down here. And there's like multiple water sources. So, kind of just wondering if they came down here just for that. Which would be crazy, because it's just a lot of fun in a spot like that. Alright guys, our theory of there being a bait. We couldn't find one, so that's actually a good thing. Because that means for some reason those bears are hanging on that face and coming down that face and up that face every night for who knows what reason. But feeling pretty good about tonight. We've seen bears on that face 3 nights in a row, so feeling pretty good. I think we got a good chance tonight, but we still got 6 hours till it's prime time. Now it's just patience. Cubs playing in the snow. He's like got a stick in his mouth throwing it around. That's so funny. That's cute. He just jumped in that tree. Crazy little guy.
That one looks smaller than the one on the other side.
It does, doesn't it? I wonder if it's the same or different. She doesn't look as big either. So funny. He's like just playing with her. He just slid down the snow backwards. Where's your daddy at? You don't love him anyways. He left you. He left you as a child. Well guys, I just found that sound cub that we were looking at the other day. They're on the back side of the ridge, headed up. So, not the bear we're looking for, but they're about right on schedule. So, another half hour, 45 minutes, and the bear we're after, if he's doing the same thing he's been doing, he should show up. Hopefully he does the same thing again. It's kind of fun. Gotta sit there and watch him play, and looks like the cub's bugging mama a lot. But he's playing with mom, smacking her in the face, sliding down the snow. Trying to find dad now. Got another antler. But it's like clear to the top of the mountain, so it's another one that will not get picked up, but I'll get video of it just to prove it. Well, it is like 7:30, and we're sitting the spot we've been sitting for 4 days. And guess what rolled up? 2 e-bikes right there. I guess they are baiting. They're just baiting further up the canyon than what we thought. But they stopped, said hi. They said they've been hunting this for 6 years and never ran into anybody up in here, and they didn't seem super happy to see us. But also, I'm not super happy to see them because this is a non-motorized trail. It's closed to motorized vehicles right now, and e-bikes have motors last time I checked. So I hate it when people cheat the system for their benefit, but I'm gonna mention it to them. I'm just gonna say, hey, pretty sure the state of Idaho considers those motorized, but I don't care, public land. But I just hate when people cheat for their benefit when I'm not. So, but we told them we're not going to change anything we're doing, so they dropped down and went and sat their bait, and we're going to keep watching this hill. But hopefully something comes out tonight, but I kind of doubt it. They showed up a little late. I think they're going to blow the cover for everybody tonight. All right, everybody. Today is our last day. We're planning on, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And so we're planning on going back tonight after we get back to the truck. So I'll probably get home at like 3 or 4 in the morning, which is gonna suck, but at least we'll be home. And then today, our plan is to go like super far in and spend all day like pretty much at the snow line. Hopefully find some bears that haven't been bothered with. We're going up where was a big fire, same area we were at a couple days ago. And we're gonna go about a mile deeper, which will be pretty much at the snow line, so should be crazy. Literally feel like I'm walking through hell. It's been like this for like 2 hours. We're almost to where we want to be. Really want to see the face behind us. We're like about 7 miles from the trailhead. And this is just a last hurrah. Today's our last day. We gotta go back tonight. So stay up here till dark and then drive back all night. It's crazy in here. I think there's a burn like 2 or 3 years ago. It is like everything. Everything just burned. It's like an ant walking through a fireplace. Walking through a fire pit, I guess. We're almost to where we want to be. Got another half mile. Hoping we find some bears. This is a long walk in here. That's the destination up where Sam is. We'll be able to see all of this. Should be able to find a bear in that. Alright guys, we just spotted our first bear of the day. I was watching a hill quite a ways away, and I could see this black thing at the base of it. And it just looked weird, and then all of a sudden it started walking and it climbed the tree, and it's currently about halfway up a tree, just sitting in the tree. So I think we're gonna try to drop down and try to cut in a little bit, try to get some closer, see if we can't get a shot on this bear. It's our last day, so I think any legal bear goes. I can't tell how big it is, but don't really care as long as it's a legal bear. I got probably about a mile to cut off, and I think we'll have about 500-yard shot at this bear if he stays where he's at. Doesn't look huge. I'm guessing like a 5-foot bear, but any legal bear goes today. Not a lot of ground to cut though. We gotta go up that other side and then probably like 3/4 of a mile that way. Got some bear poop on our trail that we took. Headed over to try and get that one we spotted. Alright, it has been I think like 40 minutes since we saw the bear. We're almost to where we can shoot. Hoping he's still close by. Alright guys, we're just coming on the ridge right now. I think we should be able to shoot from right up here as long as he hasn't moved too much. Hopefully he's still on the same face. It's super thick, but we're just trying to pick him up on that other side. When we saw him like 45 minutes ago, he was pretty much straight across from here. So we should be able to turn him up again, just gotta be patient. guys, it's been over an hour since we saw the bear. He was on this face that we're looking at right now. Still got plenty of time. It's 4:30. Got about 4 hours of daylight left. We should be able to turn him up again. Fingers crossed. Look how black my hands are. We've been hiking around through a burn, and so anytime you grab a branch for support or anything, you get black on your hands. I need a shave bad. 5 days without a shower and a shave, and looking kind of nasty. Hopefully we can turn this bear up. We're about 500-600 yards from anything on that face, so we're within range. I feel really good. Just gotta find that bear. This is the last day, last evening, last opportunity, so we're hoping we can make it happen. We've seen a couple bears on this face we're looking at, but they've all been sows and cubs. But this bear, I only saw the one, and it didn't look huge, but it didn't look small, so I'm expecting like a 4-year-old bear, 5-year-old bear, which I would be more than happy with, so hopefully we can turn him up again. Lots of thick, crazy country. See the big black thing in the tree? Yeah, he's laying to the left on the branches. Let's drop him. Smoke him out of a tree. Let's see if we can get a good angle on him. Alright guys, still got him up in the tree. We gotta get closer. Verify that there's no cubs in that tree with it. And then it's game on. We've cut quite a bit of distance off. Hoping to get like sub 700. And we should be good. Let's pull your spotter out and try to get a few different angles and make sure there's no cubs in the tree. Just try to bounce around different angles. If we have to wait for it to come down, we can. But I think we're within range now. Probably it'd be best to wait for it to come down anyways, that way you don't hit a branch. Unless we can get a clearer view. Alright guys, verdict is sow with 2 cubs. You can see the brown one up in the tree to the left. She's down and to the left, and then there's another black cub up and to the left as well. That sucks. keep thinking, like, there's a lot of bears in here. Right there. And then she's down here. The brown one's got a black one right next to it as well. Bummer. Still cool to see. Puts our count at, we think, 11 bears. 11 different bears. 12 different bears. I don't really care. It's like super cool. I think we had a really good week, even though we probably aren't going to kill one. Alright, there you go. You can see Mom. You can see Mom down to the left. If you see those tops of those dead trees, the tree to the left, Mom's just to the left of it. Try to get this dang thing to hold still. On the left, that dead tree on the left, you can see her laying there. And there's 2 cubs up to the top. Ashley, shoot him. The last text I said was just gotta verify there's no cubs. Well, bad news, lady. That's too bad. It's like within range, sitting on a branch. There's a little black cub, but he doesn't poke his head out very often. I've only seen him a couple times.
Climbing trees does seem like sound cub behavior.
Yeah, I figured it was either gonna be sound cub or I really thought it was just a young bear. I thought it was just like a 4 or 5 year old bear.
Yeah.
But nope. And that explains why we saw them so high, because they're just little, so they can go clear up in those smaller branches. It's crazy though. Pretty little cinnamon. No way they're the only two, or they're the only 3 bears up here though. No way. Especially with the poop on this face.
It looks really nice all the way up along this left side. I was looking at it. It was clear back there. Where this mountain was too rocky, this one's all grassy, sagebrush.
Well guys, I think this is probably a wrap. It's about 6 o'clock, but we're hiking out, so we're gonna try to glass some faces on the way out, but I'm not banking on it, so probably just wrap this up before I forget. This hunt was crazy. We believe we saw a total of 13 different bears, which is way more than what we anticipated. And 7 of which were sows and cubs. But I think overall, super content with how this hunt played out. We did a lot of e-scouting. Had like 4 locations that we wanted to hit, and came to the first one, saw a bear at the truck, and then I think Sam sees a buck. Saw a bear from the truck, and after a couple days of hunting this location, we decided to invest all our time here, and it's been crazy. Saw bears every single day. And just had a really awesome time. I think that I kind of want to focus on, I guess, the things I learned on this trip. So, top 3 things I learned. My hands are disgusting. Top 3 things I learned on this trip. Let's do this. Number 1, if you're gonna hunt bears spot and stalk in areas similar to this, I think you need to feel comfortable shooting probably 1,000 yards. We almost had a 300-yard shot day 1, but he saw us and ran off. And then we almost had a 500-yard shot, but then turned out to be a sow and cubs. All the legal bears we had opportunities at were over 700 yards away. And yeah, so I think 1, practice shooting further. And I think my biggest thing that I failed to account for was I sighted my gun in at 5,000 feet elevation. I printed my dope chart out for 5,000 feet elevation, and I didn't realize how much the elevation can change where you're hitting, which I think that's the number 1 reason why all of my shots were high. because I didn't account for that elevation change. Number 2, learn how to judge wind. All my shots were left, and this entire time we've been hunting, winds have been going right to left through the canyons. And so, pretty sure all my shots were left because of windage. So learn how to judge wind, or at least estimate wind. There's things you can buy that help with that, but those things only help you judge wind at your location. I want to learn how to judge wind at my location, halfway across the canyon, and kind of better estimate wind for long shots. And what's a good number 3 that I learned? Like probably number 3 thing that I've learned on this trip is to do your e-scouting. I spent hours and hours, probably hundreds of hours, probably drove my wife crazy, looking at maps and doing my e-scouting. And I know Sam did the same thing, and so I think that's really important. You gotta look for the obvious things. So look for units that bears have been killed in, and then south facing slopes. Look at historical satellite imagery. Try to find out what slopes burn off first at higher elevations. We're above 7,000 feet the majority of this hunt. And find south facing slopes, find burns. I mean, we're in a burn right now, and look at all the green, like there's green grass everywhere in burns. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of things that you can look for e-scouting. And yeah. All right, guys, we found a bear. Sam set up 430 yards. Out. Good when you are. Wait for him to step out, but because he's got a branch in front of him right now. On my binos. Just wait for a good shot. He'll take a step. Hold on. All right, you can kill him if you want to. Hold on, he's behind a branch again. All right, wait, I'm gonna adjust. Okay. He's behind a tree. Just wait, like 10 more steps, it'll be clear. Do you see it? You see him?
Okay.
No, he's behind a tree. It's not a sow with a cub, right? Because the one I'm looking at's behind a tree.
Is the big tree sticking out a bunch?
There's the big dead tree up top, and then there's a big dead one below it, and he's behind the dead one below it. Is the one you're looking at in the open?
Yeah.
Okay. He's facing to the left?
Might have turned. I saw him, he was facing right.
All right, one more step. Aim center of center.
Oh, you see him.
I think you can kill it right there if you want to.
I don't see him.
He's in the open. Take your eyes off the scope and look.
Oh, he's lower. Okay, you ready?
Yep. High right. High right.
How much?
Maybe a foot, both. Low right.
Low right?
Yeah. Hold on, wait. He doesn't know what's going on. Right. Just straight right.
See him?
Yep.
I don't see him.
Aim in his butt. He's same spot.
Okay, aim in his butt. I said I was right though.
Yep. No idea.
Come on. You see him, sir?
Yep. We could try to get another angle. Like drop down another 200 yards and look back on that face a little bit different.
You see it drop down and you follow the road?
Yeah, follow the road like another 200 yards and maybe try to get an angle, different angle back up in there. I don't think he ran out because the only thing he's got above him, the direction he was headed, was a clearing.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him come through there.
You want to run down like 100 yards and see if there's a better view?
think so. Okay, ready when you are.
Yeah.
Yep. He's sitting on his butt.
I gotta scoot over. The tree's right in the way.
He's right by that dead tree. Check your level. Check your level. Check your level.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. He's just barely sticking out there, right?
I mean, he's sitting on his butt facing us, but I can see his full body.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay. It looked right, about a foot.
Okay. Going left, half on the way. Drop behind that tree.
Yeah, I haven't seen him come out. Yeah, it almost looked like it hit, but I'll have to rewatch that video. Alright guys, sitting here watching for this bear that Sam's been shooting at. Looks like a pretty young bear, like 4-year-old bear maybe, but that last shot, the bear either flinched or he hit him. Sam's running back, so I'm thinking he sees him.
I think he might be laying down behind that rock, but I can't tell with that binos.
Let's move down. I think we'll have a better angle. All right, guys, we are walking back and forth along this ridge because it's really hard to tell if that's him or if it's just like a log or a rock or something. You see up there okay? I don't know. I'm trying to see if it's him or not. Is it worth coming up? Maybe I'll look right over here. All right, guys, we're trying to bomb down this face and hurry and get over there and see for sure if it was a hit or a miss. Can't tell from the video. The bear flinches like it was a hit, but the vapor trail looks right, so can't tell. We're dropping down right now, trying to find a place to cross. Got about an hour of daylight left and some nasty stuff to get across to get to him. So we think we see him dead, but we're not 100%. Gotta walk across some sketchy stuff to get to him. It is so hard to tell. Like every rock on that face puts off like a black shadow. So it is very hard to tell if there's a dead bear over there or not. Crossing our fingers, but I don't 100% know what to think. I see like 10 things over there that look like a dead bear. So we're gonna go to the spot where I think the bear was hit. There was some branches and a bunch of stuff behind it. I feel like if it was hit, there should be blood on those. I feel like the bear should be dead within 30 yards of there. It's pretty well cliffed out the direction the bear went. Yeah, not really sure what to think, but not a huge bear, but it's bottom of the ninth, anything goes. So it's a legal bear, and that's what counts. So I hope he got it. I definitely had my chances, and even if he didn't, I'm glad that he got some chances, because I was gonna feel bad if I was the only one that really got any chances. Here he comes back. He left his binoculars over where he shot, so he had to double back and grab them. But hoping and praying there's a dead bear up there. It's so hard to tell. We're like within a couple hundred yards and everything up there looks like a dead bear. So we gotta go up some nasty stuff real quick. I say we're not gonna get up those cliffs, so this is gonna suck. The bear is about 150 yards up that. Steep and nasty. I'm gonna stay a little bit behind Sam because he's known for throwing rocks at me. The first day when we were sneaking in on that bear, he stepped on a rock and it rolled down and hit me in the thigh. And put like a softball sized bruise on my thigh. How you feeling?
On the verge of death.
It is freaking steep, way steep. Bears are crazy. We're almost to the tree where he was sitting when Sam shot. We'll at least be able to see if there's blood there and kind of look around that area as much as we safely can. Hopefully we can find him. Hopefully he's dead, like right there. I have to keep pointing out how dirty my hands are. To the spot, watch the video again to kind of try to identify where it was. And we we're 100% sure it was a miss. I'll replay the video right now and kind of try to point out where it hit and why we think it's a miss. I wish we'd watched the video a few more times down there, but we're way up here. It is nasty, cliffy. I think this is gonna pretty much, we'll wrap it up when we get out of here alive, but it's been an awesome experience. Like straight up and down, like little rocks. Stuffy face to slide 2 feet. Almost there. Gotta get across that river before dark. Alright guys, we are headed back, and on the way back, and Sam has a tick in the back of his hair. So we're gonna remove it real quick. But I got some tick twisters, which is a way to remove them. Gonna get it out and continue home, but I guess that's part of the price you pay for hunting in the spring. This is what we're gonna use.
Let's put it in this bottle in case we need to test it. You can put it in here when you're done.
Yeah. The hardest part's gonna be light. You don't have your headlamp in here, do you?
I do.
He's got another one. I'm gonna take that one out too.